So, hi, I'm Good and I'm here to show you my Blink Arrow build. Originally I was just going to use Blink Arrow. The helmet enchant only affects Blink Arrow, and it's unfortunate that I had to use Mirror Arrow as well. But, you know, that's just how things turn out. Because this is a Mirror Arrow Blink Arrow build, you want to really deck the character out with the shittiest microtransactions possible. Because you make a whole bunch of copies of yourself, and you know it's just more glorious when there's just all these wacky, terrible microtransactions going around. You know, it really adds to the gameplay a lot. I think it distracts monsters and really, like, you know, it might be an auto taunt. I'm not sure though. So we can kind of see some general damage and stuff. This is a palace with some stuff. I don't know. It's just a map, I guess. Beats me. So, this is a burn Prolif build. So, you know, what do you do with burn Prolif? Boom, you lower their resistances. So I have EE. I'm running the Anger Aura, and if you run it on Generosity, you can avoid doing fire damage, which means that you can just use a spell or something to just do either cold or lightning damage. I'm using Orb of Storms. Vortex is a pretty good alternative. Vortex doesn't hit continuously, but it does apply a chill effect, so you get kind of, you know, the bonus temp chains with the chill. So, you know, it's a pretty nice combination there. I'm using a Necromancer because, you know, Necromancers... Ooh, we got a boss dude. So this guy's actually got a lot of hit points. And the damage is actually really good, as you can see. Believe me, that guy actually does have a lot of hit points. The damage on these clones, I think, is around 40k, I think. Maybe if I fudged the math before, but I think it's about 40,000 damage a second at 0 resist. So if they have like minus 100 resist, it's going to be, what, 860k, I think? And I'm pretty sure I fucked up the math somewhere, so it's probably like double that or maybe half that. It's probably just terrible, but it seems to do enough damage, so, I mean, it kind of clears stuff out, I guess. Ooh, buddy, some knife drops. So, my gear isn't especially good right now. I've just kind of filled this character out with basic stuff that I needed. Nothing too fancy, just regular stepping arrows and Oxium. Oxiums have a lot of energy shield, and they kind of make you avoid chill, so it's a bit of a nice bonus. Gloves are kind of meh. This Dotary is damning. Chest is just a regular yes chest. And helmet's just a regular energy shield helmet, basically. Like, you can make all this stuff pretty easily. I'm not, like, completely decked out with crazy-ass gear. Most of my resistances are coming from jewels. So if you play a summoner, there's not that much minion damage on the entire tree. It's pretty rare, so you're kind of relegated to jewels to get all your minion damage from. So, you know, stacking up like 5-6 jewel slots. And each one of those jewels can have like 15-16% mini damage, so that's like 100% mini damage right there, which is really about as much as a tree actually has. There's like, what, 35% here, another, what, 30% here, 25% here, and then like 15% here. That's it, actually. So, I mean, like, some of these things aren't even worth taking. Like, you can take a jewel slot for 3 points, that's like 16% minion damage, or you can take, what, these two nodes for like 4 points and get like 25% minion damage. You know, the minion damage clusters are actually really bad. It's a bit annoying, I guess. Outside of that, there's the Necromancer class, which is like the only other source of minion damage. And then like generic bonuses that you can maybe get your minions to do, or minions to have. So mirror arrows and blink arrows, they will make a copy of you, and they use your weapon and quiver. So that's the copy you get. So the weapon I'm using is Xoph's Nurture. This gives free Prolif, and Signal Fire gives extra conversion and extra conversion. So, you know, basically 2 required things. It's a shame that I can't really get accuracy anywhere for these minions because they have absolutely terrible accuracy. And combine that with the chance to ignite. So, you know, these minions only have like a 57% chance to ignite right now. With curses, it's a little bit better, but, you know, by themselves, it's only like 50-60%. And then like with their accuracy, I think it's like 75-80%. It's real annoying. Like, I couldn't really, like, I wanted to use like something like slower projectiles and have like a 6-linked blink arrow, because the helmet mod is for either blink arrow or mirror arrow. It's not like combined. There's not an easy way to switch between them outside of just having like an extra helmet around. So you know, a bit irritating. It's like, thanks for diluting the mod pool for enchants. So if you want to really make this thing work at all, I couldn't really just use blink arrow. It just doesn't shoot enough arrows. Physical projectile attack damage is a terrible gem. It is a lot of damage, but it's just not very great because of the less projectile attack speed, which makes these things shoot slower. GMP, I was trying that, but it lowers the damage by quite a bit. So really, like, you know, 2 5-links is really the kind of the optimal setup that I could figure out. And that makes it pretty workable, I guess. What haven't I gone over? Yeah, it beats me. Oh yeah, if you're a Necromancer, a Commander of Darkness is great. So auras you cast grant extra damage and extra attack and cast speed. This is modified by aura strength, so, you know, it's pretty nice. So one of the secret auras is actually Rejuvenation Totem. You know, you can run a level 1 Clarity to get that tiny amount of bonus, but the Rejuvenation Totem actually is an aura, and it actually does not link to Generosity. I don't know why. It's just a terrible way they balance this thing, I guess. It's like, thanks, your totems cannot be generous. In the literal words of Mark. Fucking, really? No one uses Rejuvenation Totem anyways. But I guess that kind of removes one required link. Beats me. Anyways, we can kind of go over gems and links. I'm using, what, Blink Arrow, Mirror Arrow with Pierce. So, you know, Pierce is a double-dipping projectile damage. Slow projectiles is more damage than Pierce, but Pierce is Pierce, so I would rather use Pierce. There's Weapon Elemental damage. Weapon Elemental damage is 60% more damage. Slow projectiles is 27%, or like 27 to 30% more projectile damage. This is double dipping. Weapon Elemental damage is not. But they're about equivalent for the amount of damage they add. So Weapon Elemental is like 60% more. This comes up to be like 60-ish% more after the double dipping applied. But if you have the option between a double dipping modifier that is equal to a single dipping modifier, you're better off with the single dipping modifier because resistances only apply once. And you really don't care about enemies that have negative resistances, so the cases where the double dipping is going to add much more damage, the mob's going to die instantly anyways. So, you know, avoiding the resistance penalty is a benefit, I guess. This is 2020, and now it's still 2020. Minion damage is double dipping, more damage, so nice to have that around. And then chance to ignite is basically required for these things to actually ignite. So, what do we have for double dipping? Blink Arrow and Mirror Arrow have 75% more damage just on the gem itself. So it's like 75% more, double dipping. Pierce support, 20% more, double dipping. Minion damage, 50% more, double dipping. If I can run an ice cream shop, do so much double dipping. So the damage actually got scaled up to be quite a decent amount. Yeah, let's just kind of rush the boss. I guess I'm kind of like, done talking about it. Hey, man! So, anything else to go over? I don't fucking know. I think that's about it. Let's kill the boss and get out of here. Is that about it? Yeah, probably. Let's get some movement speed, so we can kind of see what the boss damage is kind of like. So, you know, it does clear the map out decently well. I mean, I would call this build high clear speed if it was still, like, open beta from pre-release. That's basically it. Oh yeah, also the relic taste to hate is like disco awesomeness. It's a shame you can't skin it onto other flasks to have like a whole flask bar that's just full of like disco power. Why do you stop discoing? Wait, 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 wait. Wait, 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 wait a minute, wait a minute. The flask discos out, right? But if you're near this, it doesn't. What the fuck? I don't even know how this game works anymore. Don't worry about me. Yeah, the damage is alright. There's no increased life on this map, so it's not exactly a difficult map. So yeah, this is the build. It's workable, not great. Decent. My gear isn't terrific. It's pretty standard stuff. So yeah. So you know, that's wow. That's like the first crystal belt I've seen drop this entire league. So you know, that's the build. It's decent, I guess. I wouldn't call it great. It's just kind of meh. I don't really know what defines a good build anymore. I mean, like, beats me. Anyways, the last thing is the helmet, or the glove enchant. Commandment of Reflection is a minion. So it's a minion. It has 140% increased minion damage, and then it has 400% more damage. So this glove enchant, I think, actually does more damage than a 6-linked blink arrow. After you apply all the double dipping and the fact that it's 140% increased minion damage with 400% more. This thing is a monster, and it just applies whenever you get tapped with the damage. It's got a cooldown, but with all the increased duration, it kind of lasts long enough. Yeah, anyways, I'm Guda, and I will see you next time.